Kevin, it's good to see you again, man.
Likewise, thank you very much for having me.
You don't know this, but when I interviewed you with Nikki last year, it was actually when I was barely getting started doing interviews. I think you were probably my third interview on that I did ever, as far as via Zoom, via the position of interviewer. So
Right.
it was really cool to get to talk to you again.
Likewise, I'm super happy to be back with you. Thank you very much for having me and congratulations. I'm really glad you kept doing this and I'm glad you got far.
Thank you. And you know what? Since we're gonna be throwing little jabs at each other like that, little gems. Congratulations on your nomination for an Imagen Award. That's a big deal in our community, man.
Thank you very much. It definitely is.
Yeah, I mean, often Latinos are have that representation of being like drug dealers, escaping border patrol, housemaids, things like that. And with things like Santiago, it's obviously it's a positive outlook. It's a positive character that kids can look up to. Talk about what that's how that's been for you.
It's definitely exactly what you said. Hispanics are definitely portrayed as not all bad people, but like drug dealers, people who are in jail, like bad people, this and that. A lot like the African American community, as the Asian community, as a Hispanic community, we all get this. We all get a lot of hate, and it feels amazing, and it's the best opportunity to be able, to represent my culture and represent the Latino, Hispanics, everyone in this community. And as someone at Santiago, it feels amazing to be a part of him. It feels amazing to portray him. It feels amazing to voice his character, because it's something that really means something to me. Santiago is an amazing character who has this energy that's just amazing. He loves to help so many people, and he's one of the best characters I've ever done in my life. And I'm just so happy and so like fortunate to be able to voice him and to be a part of the Nickelodeon community.
Tell us a little bit of something about the upcoming episode you got. Santiago and Bonnie to the rescue, dealing with coming together and working together. Something that apparently you think just kids needs, but if we look at society, adults need it as well. But
Right.
let's keep it with what Santiago and Bonnie are going to go through.
Santiago and Bonnie during this episode, it's gonna be a crazy ride. You really never expect it, because Santiago and Bonnie are kind of like enemies, So
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy to see them come together and work together. But it's something the audience, I feel like, never expected. But I'm super glad they decided to make an episode like this, and I'm super glad I filmed an episode like this. But what you guys can expect in this little episode is Santiago and Bonnie do end up getting stranded in a little crevice. Santiago is on a dash to get his compass after like Bonnie stole it, and also with stir butterscotch. Um, and they just sell the majestic seas as always, but they do go through a lot of stuff, and it's just like any other episode, but they do end up coming together and solving the day, and they solve problems, and it's something that you can see even if you guys are opposites, and this could even happen in the real world. If you have a person that's opposite from you, it doesn't mean that you guys can't work together and solve problems together and have a good friendship.
Absolutely, and I think that's the main point right there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. So tell me, looking back so far of what you've done with Santiago de Seas and what you've been able to accomplish, what's your biggest takeaway so far? What are some of the biggest life lessons you've learned?
From like Santiago, or from like all my like jobs?
You know what? Yeah, just in general, but obviously Santiago's a big part of it.
Right. So some life lessons is you really can't take stuff for granted. A lot of things that I've learned, and with everyone that I've worked with, the main lesson and the main rule that I've always like had people tell me, and that I've always learned and grown up with, is always to stay humble. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much jobs you've had. It doesn't matter how many things you've booked. It doesn't matter the people you've worked with. It doesn't matter the people you met, etc. You always got to maintain that humbleness. You always got to remember your roots, remember where you come from, remember like who you are in general, because you really can't get something and then think you're higher than everybody else. That's not how it works. We're all humans. We all breathe the same. We all have blood. We may look different, but we're all from the same world. You know what I'm saying? We're on the same ground. We all walk the same. We all do everything the same. So it's something that you can't really take for granted. You can't really take your jobs for granted. You can't think you're on top of everybody else. And I've just learned many life lessons throughout my whole life during acting, and it's been it's been an amazing ride to meet everybody I've met, and for everyone to tell me all these life lessons and all these little like consejos, and it's been amazing. I'm super super glad.
Awesome, Kevin. Thank you for sharing some time with me again. I appreciate it. I'm watching you. I'm like watching you grow up, man. You grew up quite a bit since the last few last year.
Thank you very much. I wish you the best in everything, for real.
Thank you. Same to you. I look forward to seeing you in more things in the future.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Likewise.